is like 2014 and 2016.
I thought he was looking at the 7-3 overall record.
Oh, so you're going back to...
Yeah.
Way back.
Clay Matthews Jr., Charles Woodson, Morgan Burnett, B.J. Rogers, Michael Hyde. Skip, he make it seem like he had like trash.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
They were pretty good. They went
all the way
Skip. They
back.
won a Super Bowl. They went to NFC title games like 2 or 3 times. Aaron Rodgers was not. Look, and that is Skip. And remember, I talked about what Mike McCarthy is going to have to overcome is that this mentality. See, Jerry always believed whatever he has is the best of everything.
That's true.
Jerry believes that his yacht is the best yacht in all the world, even though there's this Russian guy that got one that's 514 feet. That's 200 feet longer than Jerry's. At $1 billion. But Jerry think his is better, Skip. Jerry, you got to cut this out. Jerry can seem like
Remember, Jerry was the one responsible for assembling the talent, so he's going to say it's the best.
Thank you.
Yep.
And that's what Skip. But Green Bay had very talented football team. Skip, you don't win all these division titles without being talented. And, you know, he goes back. They beat some very good Bears teams that was talented. No. I think that McCarthy has won so many times at Jerry World. He's won a Super Bowl in that very building. And Jerry's like, hell, if I can't beat him, hell, I'm going to have him to join me. And maybe he can bring me some of the success that he had in Green Bay.
Okay. Is he going to bring Aaron Rodgers with him? Because that was a big deal that he had on his side.
Well, Jerry's not looking at it like that.
I'm just going to focus on the 2 playoff games, 2014, 2016.
Okay.
Inferior talent on Green Bay's side of the ball? No. Baloney. Because the Pro Bowlers were about even. Dallas had one more in 2014 because the long snapper LP LaDussard made it.
Right.
Okay, but it's really 6-6. Except in 2014, Aaron Rodgers was the MVP of the league. So it's Aaron Rodgers against Tony Romo. Well, isn't that big advantage at quarterback to the home team?
I think didn't Romo finish second that year? No. What you call him?
I mean, he made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I think he finished
still. So again, the difference maker is Aaron Rodgers was the MVP. So I'm giving the talent advantage to Green Bay. Then we get to 2016. This one's at Jerry World, obviously. And you still have Aaron Rodgers, and you have only 4 Pro Bowlers to Dallas's 7.
Right.
But 2 of the Dallas's 7 Pro Bowlers are rookies.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott are rookies.
Right.
So how can you tell me that Green Bay has inferior talent? Because guess who didn't make the Pro Bowl for Green Bay in 2016? Jordy Nelson, Jared Cook, who made the catch of the game.
Right.
Young man named Devontae Adams. Is he any good, right?
Thank you.
And then there was Randall Cobb, who's now a Cowboy, obviously, Geronimo. And then we go on the defensive side. These guys didn't make the Pro Bowl. Clay Matthews, Micah Hyde, who's a really good player for Buffalo now, obviously. Julius Peppers, maybe he was a little past his prime, but he was still really good. And Nick Perry was their leading tackler that year. They didn't make the Pro Bowl. That's inferior talent to what Dallas put on the field? Baloney.
No, it's not.
It's not. I don't know what Jerry's saying. He's trying to sell Mike McCarthy,
He's trying to sell himself. He's trying to say, well, I mean, we lost because, you know, all the talent, there's no way we should have lost. You make it seem like Green Bay was devoid of talent.
Yeah.
They were not.
Okay, so the Dallas defense in 2016 was 5th in points allowed. But one reason they were is because Dallas was 2nd in time of possession.
Yes.
They kept Sean Lee and company off the field to a certain
That was
degree.
the year DeMarco Murray.
Okay. No, that's 2014.
2014.
Okay, but I'm
with
doing
Zeke.
2016.
Yes, with Zeke.
Okay.
Led the league in rushing.
Okay, and then what happened in the playoff game at Jerry World? The defense doesn't show up after 2 weeks off, and they fall behind 21-3. So how good was that defense? I don't know. It was overrated. Okay?
I think Jerry has revisionist history.
Yeah, you know. I love his quotes, though. How about this, guys? Are we seeing the resurgence of Carmelo? We'll discuss last night's vintage. Good morning. Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from L.A. I'm Jenny Taft here. Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. I'm tired, Skip. I don't want to, but you know, old GOAT did what he did.
Tired.
What
Thanks
did he
for coming.
do?
You know what he did. Stop.
He beat a 10-27 team.
Hold on.
Really?
Is that the team that got 132 against the Clippers just on Sunday? That couldn't be them, right?
Let's talk about what matters. There is going to be an extravaganza of a press conference today in Dallas, Texas.
That does
and it's
matter.
going to be the launch of the next Cowboy dynasty. You heard it here last.
Oh, look. So what did they win? I'm looking for what is Lombardi Trophy?
They're going to win the press conference.
Okay.
Jerry always wins the press conference.
They're going to win the offseason
Yeah,
again.
he
They're going to win the
does.
offseason again.
Jerry owns press conferences.
Okay.
Watch what happens today.
Okay.
That is true. One thing he can do, he can own that
Yeah.
press conference.
Here we
Got
go.
lots to get to today, including all the latest NFL coaching news, as well as a new Instagram post from the Tom Brady.
Ooh.
Plus, how impressive was LeBron's 31-point performance while playing sick last night? Shannon's
sick. He
tired
was
from
sick.
it. But
He was
first, we're
sick.
going to start with what we're about to see and hear. A big day in Dallas. The Cowboys officially named Mike McCarthy their head coach yesterday, and reports are saying that McCarthy is beginning to fill out his staff. McCarthy is expected to hire John Fassel as his special teams coach, Jim Tomsula as the defensive line coach, and retain Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator. The Cowboys have scheduled an introductory press conference for McCarthy today at 4 Eastern with the Jones family in attendance. So, Shannon, what do you expect to see and hear today?
A pageantry, Skip. They'll have a parade.
Pomp and circumstance,
Everything.
red carpet.
They have a marching band.
Yep. Lots of food and drink for the
Yes.
media.
And a lot of coach speak. He's going to thank Jerry Jones and the Jones family for giving him this opportunity.
Yep.
He's been away, got an opportunity to recharge his battery, refocus.
You're all about that. The McCarthy file.
Right. Skip, he's
Yep.
going to talk about, that what a unique and great opportunity this is to coach such a storied franchise. And everybody will talk about how Jerry wants to meddle. And I don't have a problem with Jerry meddling. Jerry just wants to win. Jerry and I want the same thing. He wants to win. I want to win. And that's why he brought me here.
True.
So he's going to say all the right things. Jerry will also say, this is the guy that I targeted all along. Whether it's true or not, Skip, Jerry will always lead you to believe he got exactly what he wanted at the exact price that he wanted to pay for it.
Yep.
And so I expect just to be a normal, outside of the pageantry, as you mentioned, is going to be an extravaganza because Jerry hasn't had one of these in an extremely long time. And Jerry likes to go over the top when they... I could have just imagined that first Super Bowl that they won, the pageantry behind that, Skip.
Yep.
And then kind of maybe the second wasn't as much, the third to kind of get old habit. Well, maybe the third was more because he got the opportunity to do it the way he wanted to do it. So I like some of the staff that he's putting together, Skip. Now, I know John Fassel very well. His dad was my offensive coordinator in the mid-'90s.
Yep.
He was a ball boy. So I know John Fassel since he was about 10, 11 years of age.
Now called Bones.
He's called Bones. He's always been thin like that. His dad was fairly thin. Thomas Sewell, I don't really know a whole lot about him. I do know Mike Nolan very well. I'm going to reach out by him via text and send him a text and congratulate him on getting back into as a defensive coordinator. Skip, I like the staff that he's putting together. Like I said, when I look at Mike McCarthy, Skip, I don't think a splash. I think a solid.
Okay.
He's like you said, he's a coach that doesn't like, ooh, man, did you see that hire that they just got?
Yep.
He's not one of those,
Nope.
but he's solid. He's almost 50 games over 500. He's won a lot of division titles. He's gotten to and won a Super Bowl, so he has that on his resume. And this is a far cry from what Jerry normally does. I think in his career, Skip, he's only hired one other Super Bowl winning coach, and that's Parcells. So he thought that this was the guy that could get him to what he ultimately wants, and that's another Super Bowl. He didn't want a first-year guy, Skip. He's like, this team is ready to launch right now. The word you use is launch. They're ready to take off right now. I need a captain that's flown his ship like this before. This is not going to be the first ship that he flies. So I'm going to get a lot of coaches speak. Jerry's going to pat himself on the back and tell you what a great job he's done, dotting all his I's and crossing his T's. So I don't expect anything other than the extravaganza of the hoopla, but just to be a normal press conference.
Speaking of extravaganzas, if my memory serves, the Wade Phillips press conference wasn't of this magnitude. No. But if you go back to January 2nd of 2003, that was the Bill Parcells Welcome to Dallas press conference, and that had magnitude. That was Richter scale. This will be of that magnitude. This will be Jerry pulling out all the stops because first and foremost,